Welcome to Fintech CTO Talks, the podcast that goes behind the scenes with tech leaders who are solving the challenges and rewriting the rules of finance. Money moves fast. Does fintech keep up? Let's find out. I am Ami. In each episode, I sit down with CTOs, engineers, innovators, and many more who are making finance faster, smarter, and more connected. Together, we'll explore the platforms, the codes, the bold ideas shaping the future of financial technology, and yes, making it a little more fun along the way. Today, today's guest on the podcast is Arpan Desai, co-founder and director at Mobile First Applications, and the mind behind Fintegration, a fintech product studio building APIs, digital banking modules, and end-to-end financial solutions. With over a decade of experience in mobile architect, product consulting, and technology strategy, Arpan has led a team delivering solutions across domains like fintech, sports tech, wellness, and enterprise platforms. At Mobile First, his work bridges startup speed with enterprise rigor, guiding how financial products are conceived, built, and scaled. Through his journey, he's been deeply invested in exploring how new approaches which can reshape fintech innovation. We welcome you, Arpan, to the Fintech CTO Talks.
Thank you, Ami. Really appreciate this opportunity, and I'm really excited to share what we are doing at Fintegration. Yeah.
Absolutely. So today, Arpan would be talking to us on the podcast about what is vibe coding future of the in the fintech products, what are the innovations happening. So my first question to you, Arpan, is can you share your journey of integration? What's the story behind it? How did you start? And could you define vibe coding in your words?
Sure. So I'll give you some background on how we got started. As you know, we started as a mobile first software consulting studio, and we are growing pretty horizontally. So when we call it horizontally, that means we are working with automotive, healthcare, lifestyle, finance, different brands. Then we realized that, hey, if you want to grow really fast and if you want to provide more value to our customer, we need to start growing vertically, and hence the Fintegration vertical started. So Fintegration is a combination of two words, fintech plus integrations. And when we look back in our journey, that how many clients we have worked in financial services and banking, we discovered that that's our sweet spot. And that led us to creating a specialist team in our organization. And we started making official partnership with companies who we generally call as infrastructure companies. And currently, Fintegration has partnership with more than 20 companies, including uh, very popular companies like Plaid, Kodat, Rutter, and more. And that's been our journey on Fintegration. Yeah. Uh, Coming to your point on vibe coding, so I'll probably define it very simply. So most of the time, when you refer coding, you generally refer it to programmers, software developers, or software geeks. It was never about a layman or a normal person giving their problem statement and getting a software solution. Vibe coding is one style of programming which enables uh, uh, you to provide problem statements in a natural language, and converting that problem statement into an actual working code. So extremely useful for creating prototypes and very small scale products. So yeah, so that's a one of the biggest buzzword in the industry right now.
Correct. So, how is it different from the traditional software engineering when we talk about specifically into the fintech domain?
So uh, so typical software development process starts with a software development life cycle. Then you design an architecture, you design a infrastructure, uh, and it's a relatively longer process that involves a business analyst, UI UX designer, uh, oftentimes a back-end engineer, front-end engineer. And with vibe coding, a single person can create a pace, uh, very fast paced prototype of a product. So let's assume someone wants to create a interface for interface for budgeting application. So imagine earlier you had to understand what that budgeting is, uh, how to get the transaction data, and a lot of other things. But with vibe coding, because AI is getting so powerful, you get a functional application much faster. Uh, Again, there are challenges. Again, uh, there are drawbacks of using vibe coding, but we'll cover that in part of our later conversation.
Correct. So, like, how big a factor is vibe coding compared to other LLMs and AI products when we talk about it?
So,
And are you, sorry, and are you as an organization building any AI products?
yeah, so thank you for asking that question. So, at Integration, we are definitely building financial AI products. So, starting from we are building AI agents which can be utilized at an enterprise grade level. We also have built products which are creating RAG or a graph based models, which actually does a very good amount of automation. Uh, and one more thing which we are doing is we are creating uh, our own models which are trained on a enterprise data. So that is entirely a different segment and spectrum. Then we have then we have a very small, I'll say, but emerging areas where individual people, individuals or teams or organizations start to think that, hey, we want to solve this problem of automating our invoices, or if you want to build a internal dashboard for tracking some of the data, that's where the vibe coding comes in. So in simpler terms, uh, an individual or a small team who can solve their own problem without involving technology individual is what vibe coding is solved for everyone.
So, which are some of your favorite tools in vibe coding and AI both?
So if we talk about vibe coding, one of the most famous one is Lovable,
Hmm.
and but my personal favorite would be Replit.
Okay.
The reason I like Replit is because it has you can directly host the tool. Uh, they provide a full-fledged server for hosting your tool, so it makes it extremely important. Uh, Additionally, I personally love OpenAI's Codex, where I
Hmm.
tinker a lot with an existing code. Uh, I also use Claude's uh, coding agent, and which is extremely useful for if you are handling large-scale applications.
Okay. So, like, what has inspired you, to explore thinking about vibe coding at your company? And why, like, do you think that fintech is a fertile ground for this concept?
So I'll again answer this question in two areas. So one is are we using vibe coding and everything? I'll say no. Uh,
Correct.
but are we recommending our clients to use vibe coding? Answer is yes. So for anything where you want to have a very quick prototype out, it is not going to be functional. It is not going to be fully deployable or it cannot be publicly available. So that's where the vibe coding plays a very important role. We also have seen a lot of small businesses using vibe coding, and then they come to us for helping it make it scalable product. So we are balancing both the side of it. One is encouraging other people to start using it, and then uh, ensuring that the products which are getting built are
Arpan, your voice is breaking.
uh, so migration. एक मिनिट आपला फरी आज सेगमेंट थोडं रेकॉर्ड करू दे.
हाँ. Yes, yes, yes.
हाँ बोले. कॉल चालू आहे तो 10 मिनिट मध्ये नाही करत. अरे तू मारू रेकॉर्डिंग चालू છે. ચલો ચલ ફરી ક્વેશ્ચન થી ત્યાંથી રેકોર્ડિંગ
हाँ
ચાલુ.
हाँ. हाँ. करो.
हाँ.
हाँ. So Arpan, like, what has inspired you to explore and think about vibe coding at Fintegration? And like, why do you think that it is a fertile ground basically as a concept?
So, uh, so financial services or fintech is always be guided with a lot of compliance, security, and other aspects. And so people were very afraid of building new solutions when it comes to finance. So again, it is again the compliance, regulatory, and other challenges are still there, but people have started solving problems. Uh, Vibe coding, people can solve the 50% of problem very fast, and that's why we also like recommending vibe coding to our customer. They start building a part of the product with vibe coding, and then remaining 50% part where the compliance, regulatory, data connectivity, and scalability is involved. That's where integration comes in. So in a way, we are solving our clients' uh, problems so they can deliver things faster. So that's why we have started adopting it.
Okay. So like, you were talking about it is all about speed to market, right? So how do you see it enabling founders to ship MVPs faster, validate the ideas with real users, or even attract investors?
Yeah. So we already have seen that. So in last month, we we had 4 founders reaching to us. All of them were first-time founders. So and all of them coded their initial version of product in vibe coding, and the products were functioning okay, uh, but again they were not compliant enough. So where now we see our role is guiding our customers on 3 key part: security, compliance, and scalability. So a lot of simpler things like creating interface or creating login sign up related things, these are solved problem. And so we have upped our game by helping them launch it faster. So there is a aspect of speed to market and getting right with speed to market. That's where integration comes in. We ensure that no product is unsecure, no product is creates a compliance or a regulatory challenge eventually.
So, like when you talk about these three things, scalability, auditability, and integration. So, like from a systems perspective, how might vibe coding influence with banks or payment gateways or other regulated partners?
So again, I'll say very interesting question, and this should be part of our main highlight of the uh, uh, this conversation. So, will vibe coding solve every problem for founders? Answer is no. And more specifically in financial services, the answer is big no. Okay. So, we have seen uh, uh, the coding agents creating uh, creating APIs which does not exist. We have seen the data getting stored without encryption. Uh, uh, we also have seen where the the APIs or the products which never which actually does not exist, the hallucination created those products. So it's a whenever you are dealing with banking or anything payment, vibe coding has a very small part to play. So it will able to create a very quick interface for you. B, it will create a quick orchestration for you. And C, you will able to see the good color scheme and other things, which it may take time. But uh, when it comes to auditability, you need to have a very strong system. Privacy, security, you need to have a very thorough understanding of how your data is getting stored. And more importantly, the access of APIs and integrations, they are extremely crucial.
Okay. So, like what I have understood is that it is a no when it comes to mainstream applications using vibe coding, right?
Yes, I
Okay.
mean, in short answer,
Correct.
uh, creating an application with vibe coding, yes. Releasing an application with vibe coding without getting a external feedback or an specialist feedback is a big no.
Okay. So, from your perspective, with so many years of experience into the field, like what are the organizational challenges, especially when it comes to compliance driven and adopting vibe coding?
So we have started seeing some of the companies providing their self-hosted system. Uh, but if you're a bank or if you are a regulated entity, we see adoption of vibe coding very limited, and that's how it will be. It is for an individual or a smaller organization who want to innovate faster. We are seeing large enterprises moving to enterprise grade vibe coding or a prototyping solutions. And that's where we also are coming up with our own sort of a platform where the data stays in enterprises system or on their own cloud or in their self-hosted cloud. But we see a very less adoption by by large organizations right now.
Okay. So, what are the technical barriers? What are the regulatory, what are the rules and regulations you need to follow, or the mindset which stand in the way of vibe coding when it is going to become mainstream in the fintech industry?
So I think we are like for an entire AI thing, and vibe coding is a part of a AI application. So uh, behind the scene, it uses LLM. Uh, it has a coding agents and transformers, which enables you to write the code much faster. Uh, Adoption to enterprises will require enterprise style or enterprise grade a code generator, which are trained on their own proprietary data, their coding standards, and their own uh, data sets. The biggest challenge enterprises face is a lot of a lot of this data is very proprietary, and that's why the secret sauce is. So
Correct.
they are not going to use or a, a s- a hosted solution. Someone we do not expect that a large US bank will start using Replit or Lovable to build their build their $1 billion application or a $1 billion solution. So we will definitely see some resistance, but that also opens up an opportunity where a self-hosted and on-prem vibe coding solution can be extremely helpful.
Okay. One last question. Like I have a lot of questions in this segment, but one last question to you is like when you look ahead next 5 years, like do you think we'll have hybrid models, like including the traditional, the vibe coding, and there are multiple others. So what is going to dominate the fintech industry?
Yeah, so the horizon should be short horizon.
Okay.
I mean, we are not thinking of 5 years right now. We are thinking of 15 days, 30
Ooh,
days, because the
okay.
AI is moving so fast. So, and we have started seeing organizations and teams adopting to to a faster, whatever helps them go faster, but at the same time with a caution that,
Correct.
hey, uh, because you are building for masses, and finance is where lot of red tape and lot of guardrails are there. So uh, only advice I'll have is uh, build fast, but go with caution. Always have an opinion from an expert that, hey, uh, does this cover the basic three things? Security, compliance, and scalability. Yeah.
Correct. Perfect. Arpan, we'll move on to the next segment into the podcast. That's the rapid fire questions.
Okay.
I'll ask you a few questions and you'll have to be quick in answering.
Okay.
Okay. First is UPI, credit card, or cash. What's your guilty pleasure payment mode when you are in a hurry?
Yeah. So I still love credit cards. Uh, I mean, sorry to disappoint. I think I'll disappoint a lot of people when I say credit card in India. Yeah.
Okay. Next is if vibe coding had a mascot, would it be a robot, a genie, or a DJ?
100% DJ.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's interesting. What is more stressful, debugging code at 3 a.m. or explaining blockchain to your parents?
Uh, Probably explaining blockchain to our parents would be more stressful.
Correct. If you could vibe code your dream fintech product instantly, what would it be? One
Would
sentence.
be it would be a blockchain wallet.
Okay. Coffee, tea, or crypto gains? Which one fuels your workday best?
Masala chai.
Ah, that's nice. One fintech buzzword you secretly wish would disappear forever.
Ah, very difficult, but I think I wish rug pull and
Okay.
meme coins. I feel meme coins are very anti fintech, and
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. In one word, the future of fintech is
bright, simple.
perfect. Now we'll move on to the last segment. That is, you will have to answer this question into 30 seconds.
Yeah, sure,
Okay,
ready.
perfect. What is the role of AI into vibe coding?
So I'll answer it. Uh, ફરી કરીએ થોડોક આ સેગમેન્ટ સોરી
30 second वाला?
રોલ રોલ ઓફ
AI, AI.
એઆઈ ઇન તો
તો
એવું
શું
કરી દે રોલ
હા
ઓફ
બોલ બોલ.
એઆઈ કરી દઈએ.
તારો અવાજ કપાય છે હવે. હા બોલ હવે શું કે છે રોલ ઓફ
હા તો પણ આ ક્વેશ્ચન રોલ ઓફ એઆઈ ઇન ફિનટેક એવું કરી દઈએ.
રોલ ઓફ એ.
વાઇબ કોડિંગ
હા હા ઉભો રહે
કારણ
એક
કે
સેકન્ડ.
ઓલરેડી બહુ સેગમેન્ટ છે.
ઓકે કરું.
હા
હા. Arpan, we'll move on to the last segment. That is, you'll have to answer this one question into 30 seconds.
sure.
According to you, what is the role of AI into fintech?
I think it it has a massive application, and uh, money movement or finance is one of the world's largest industry. So we see a lot of data of financial institutes sitting in siloed location. And when they apply AI on top of it, we'll see very interesting products and applications for everyone. So fintech will make everyone's life easier, faster, and convenient. So that's what we feel AI will make for fintech. Yeah,
Perfect. Thank you, Arpan, for joining us today on the podcast.
yeah. All right. Thank you.
So, everyone, let's stay connected as we continue to explore and understand the evolving world of financial technology. Let's keep on, let's keep the conversation going on. So, please comment below. That was Arpan sharing his insights, experience, and perspective on Fintech CTO Talks. Thanks for tuning in. We will meet in the next episode. Until then, stay curious, stay inspired, and keep exploring.
Thank you. Thank you, Ami.
Bye.